Just in, hot off the wire, some good news for Social Security beneficiaries as we receive some remarks out of the administration in regards to the release of some very important Social Security announcements and the timing of that information. I'm going to talk through the details for you here in this video, what this means for all Social Security beneficiaries over the coming days and the next couple weeks. I also have this article right here, which I will be popping up on the screen in just a minute, so you can see and read for yourself exactly what they're talking about here. And obviously, I will also talk through the details of this article if you don't want to read it. I'm going to talk through all the key details, but I want to pop this up so you can read it if you just so want to do so. This is good because we're in a very confusing and a very uncertain time right now, but this is giving us a lot more clarity, and I'm going to break it down for you in this video. Now, let's just do a really fast recap on where we currently are right now. And again, I know you know this, but I just want to bring you up to speed as far as what's happening and why this is actually a pretty big deal as far as what is currently happening right now. So obviously, here we are right here, right now. There is still a government shutdown that we are within. Now, if you've been watching the videos here on the channel or the live streams over the last, I don't know, week and a half or so, I've been coming back in these live streams and saying, because of the government shutdown, all of these different federal agencies are basically furloughing people. Federal workers are laid off, they're furloughed, they're out of there, not doing anything. The same goes with BLS, Bureau of Labor Statistics, right? Well, why do we care about that? We care about that because in just a matter of days from right now, in fact, Wednesday of next week, we are supposed to be getting the all-important inflation data. Now, it's not so much about the inflation data that we care about. We care about the inflation data because Social Security needs this last data point in order to calculate the raise to our monthly benefit, as well as about a dozen other announcements that they need that information for the new 2026 numbers. It's supposed to be coming out next week. Well, because of the government shutdown, well, BLS let all their people go. The federal workers, the people within BLS, are not there. Therefore, if they're not there, they can't get the inflation data. If they can't get the inflation data, they can't release it. If they don't release it, Social Security cannot release the announcements for us, the beneficiaries, in regards to our raise and all of the other aspects that go into effect for 2026. You see the point behind this? Well, guess what? This data has to be released by no later than November 1st in order for Social Security to apply the raise to our benefit. Long story short, if they don't come back and if they don't do something in regards to finding out that inflation data and releasing it on time and giving it to us in a meaningful amount of time, Social Security would not be able to get that information and apply the raise to our benefit. That's massively important, right? I think we can all probably agree. That's pretty important stuff right there, okay? Anyway, just want to pop that up for you, and I wanted to discuss that information for you because that's actually very important. Now, let's pop this article up right here, right now. Feel free to read through the details of this. Let me talk about this. Okay, in this government shutdown, BLS is calling back on an as-needed basis some workers, not many, a handful of workers. They are calling back on an as-needed basis to calculate the inflation data so that that can be released before November 1st so that Social Security can get that data to calculate not only our raise, but about, like I said, about a dozen other data points that they need this inflation data to actually figure out for the upcoming year. It's very important. Now, what are they also telling us right here? They're literally showing us their poker hand right here, right now. If we read between the lines and we listen to what this individual out of the administration has said, they need this inflation data by November 1st, okay? They're calling people back within BLS to calculate this data. What is this telling you about the current state of the government shutdown? Do they anticipate it's going to be over in the next 2 or 3 days? Nada. Not a chance, okay? I've been making this very, very clear in my videos lately and in the live streams. I anticipate this government shutdown to last at least until Friday the 17th at the earliest. Realistically, I anticipate this to last into the next week after that, like the week of the, what is the date? The week of the 19th. I anticipate this government shutdown to last at least until the week of the 19th, probably beyond. But as you can see here in this article, and according to the remarks out of this individual within the administration, they're basically saying, well, we have to have the data out by November 1st, so we're going to have those people come back now and start working on the inflation data so we can make sure that we have it out by November 1st in the event of a government shutdown. What is that telling us? I'm not sure about you, what you're deducting out of this information. What I'm getting out of this is that this is going to be probably a prolonged shutdown. I'm just saying, based on what I'm seeing from this, reading between the lines and sifting between the smoke and mirrors and all the deception and all this stuff like this, this government shutdown is likely going to last significantly longer than what we actually think, okay? And again, you heard me just say it, I anticipate at least a minimum through Friday the 17th, probably into the following week is my estimation. I've been saying that for a while now, and I'm sticking to it. And again, it could open up in 3 hours. Who knows? They could come back, they could vote, and they could come together on this. But just even yesterday, the Speaker of the House yesterday indicated that they're not coming back to vote. That basically guarantees next week, at the absolute earliest, that they're going to do anything on this government shutdown. Long story short here, regardless of the government shutdown, the data that I've been talking about and the data that Social Security needs to figure out how much of a raise we're going to be getting in our monthly benefits, that'll be released at least before November, okay? Not ideal, I'm going to be honest with you, not ideal, not what I was looking forward to, but, well, with all this uncertainty right now, at least we know that sometime between, well, the 15th is when it's supposed to be released. If they reopen the government before then, highly doubt it. I don't think they're going to. But if they reopen between now and the 15th, it'll be released the morning of the 15th. If it's not open by then, we know, worst case scenario, we will get it sometime in the month of October before November 1st, because that's the timeline, that's the cutoff that they need, as in Social Security needs that information by November 1st in order to figure out how much of a raise they're going to give us. Otherwise, well, we could get stiffed again. Yeah, are you shocked? Not really, right? So anyway, that's exciting. Well, okay, I shouldn't say it's exciting. That's the wrong word. I shouldn't say it's exciting. It's nice to have that reassurance knowing, regardless of what happens with this government shutdown, at least we'll be getting that data, and Social Security can use that to calculate all the information that we need to start planning our lives for the upcoming year. Oh man, the last few months of the year here, the fourth quarter, I talk about this all the time. October is exceptionally important when it comes down to fixed income beneficiaries. The fourth quarter of the year, October, November, December, is also massively important, and a lot of it has to do with all of the announcements coming out of Social Security, planning our lives for the upcoming year, and all of the other major changes like Medicare annual enrollment, which also opens up on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday. Which, quick side note, I've been saying this in the videos as well, in the live streams, the Medicare annual enrollment will not be affected by the government shutdown whatsoever, okay? So that opens up on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday. And guess what? A huge percentage of seniors, people with disabilities, people on Medicare, guess what? They're confused, they're frustrated, and they have tons of questions around their Medicare plans. Guess what these individuals do when they're feeling confused, frustrated, and have a million questions? They call this phone number right here. You've been hearing me talk about this. They call this phone number right here. I got it on the screen for you. Otherwise, I have it linked down below in the description and as well at the top of the comment section. When people are confused around Medicare, have questions around Medicare, looking for a plan that suits their needs and whatever it is for the upcoming year, they call the phone number here to get free Medicare help. This phone number right here, coming up in just a matter of days for annual enrollment. 70 million seniors are going to be calling that phone number, or at least should be calling that phone number, especially during a very volatile year that we're in, and with all the massive changes to Medicare and all the different changes for the plans that are coming in. It's going to get nuts. I've been saying this so much. I don't know what other words I should use on that. It's going to get nuts. This coming week here, when annual enrollment opens up, there's going to be seniors scrambling everywhere, trying to make sure that their plan, is the best plan for them in their personal situation, that they're still properly covered. Remember, millions of seniors are going to be completely blindsided and uprooted because of these plans that are changing. And not only that, that are being discontinued, eliminating, and literally going away for this upcoming year. It's going to disrupt the livelihoods of millions and millions and millions of seniors, not to mention all the people that literally need to get new plans because their plan is garbage and it no longer covers them, just like my parents, okay? And again, my parents, obviously just 2 people out of 70 million, but they're ones who have a plan. They love their plan for 2025, they do not like their plan for 2026. The plan that they have right now in 2025 is not a good plan for them anymore in 2026. And again, they are doing the exact same thing that thousands and thousands, literally tens of thousands of you here in this community must also be doing as well, making sure that you have a plan that suits you and your needs for the upcoming year. And again, when you have those questions, when you have that confusion, when you have that frustration, there you go. Your best friend, your best alibi, your best resource for free right here. Phone number on the screen. Make sure to take a picture, take a screenshot, write it down, whatever you got to do. Connect with them as early as, well, now. But then again, as soon as annual enrollment opens up, that is definitely going to be a very, very good resource for you, all of you in this community. Okay. Anyway, I'm here for you. Just want to bring this to your attention. This is good, very good news that we're getting out of the administration here and BLS bringing those workers back to start calculating the COLA, or sorry, not the COLA, the inflation data, so that Social Security can use it to calculate the COLA and get that information to us so we can plan our lives and know all the new rules and the nuances and the changes for 2026. Anyway, please subscribe if you're new here, totally free, big subscribe button down below. Please share the video, big share button right down below as well. And also, again, take a picture, take a screenshot, write it down, phone number right here, going to be by far your best resource for Medicare annual enrollment, opening up on Wednesday, massively important. About 238,000 of you here in this community that watch these videos need to be calling that phone number. Nearly 250,000 of you in this community need to be making that call. It's a lot of people, and making sure that you are still covered. That's important. Anyway, please have a nice day. Stay tuned. I'll be back later, probably with a live stream. I'll keep you posted. A lot of things going on right now. Have a nice afternoon. I'll catch you again a little bit later. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you again very soon in the